Alright, good morning everybody. It's Big Papa Timo.
And Fear the Reaper,
And today we are doing another episode of...
the mid-launch crisis.
How are y'all doing today? I think I actually need to raise Reaper's volume. Let me jack him up a little bit.
Jack me up.
There we go, that looks gooder. Do we actually have anybody watching? Is the other question. Anybody watching? Alright, good morning everybody. It's Big
Should be
Papa
one.
Timo.
I have 3 watching. It's you, me, and
And today we are doing another episode of...
somebody.
Anyone? Well, hopefully you guys can hear us. Hopefully we're not having any technical difficulties. Big Papa Timo's having a hard time switching back and forth between platforms at times. The OBS was giving me absolute fits last night on my Facebook stream. And so going back over to the YouTubes is always fun and interesting. Now, I've also experienced a little bit of technical difficulty today that is not making me happy at all. We are playing some Farming Simulator 19 on PS4 today, and I'm on my flat map mod, the mod map, and I've built this ginormous map that was supposed to be for online multiplayer. Come to log in today, and I log in on multiplayer, and it won't let me in any of my own damn vehicles. So I went and checked it out, and you can normally log in as multiplayer or career mode on a map you've saved. And if you've made a multiplayer map and you log in as career mode, it warns you that it's going to basically flatten the map and save it that way forevermore. Never got a warning like that on multiplayer, and when I went to log in on career mode, it just slurped me right in. So I can at least still play my map, but I can't play this map with anybody else, which makes me a little mad. Makes me a little mad. So yeah, but let me give you a brief tour of the map. This is Big Papa Timo's flat map as I slowly drive towards the edge of the world there in the background. But yeah, I made every one of these fields except for 1 and 2. When you start this map, you start with fields 1 and 2. And I spent a lot of time mapping all this out, building all these pathways, doing all these fields so that I could play with other people. And yep. So, have to say I'm less than happy at the moment.
We got Galaxy Void in the house.
What's going on, Galaxy Void? We've got Gabriel Drake. How's it going, Gabe?
And
And
Charles.
Charles Stuffed. Welcome to it, guys. Wow, look at that. Went from nobody watching to all of a sudden 6 people watching. Cool.
I started dropping some links in Discord.
Ah, that would explain it. Yeah. So Big Papa Timo is tired today. As some of you may know, I was on flat map really, really late last night, doing last minute streaming at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh, brutal.
brutal. And then, so yeah, I'm awake. And in case you guys are wondering, first cup of coffee, first cup of space coffee.
We need to get you a coffee maker right there in your studio.
No, I'd never leave the damn studio then. I'd pee out the window and just make coffee. The neighbors would probably frown upon me peeing out the window. Although some of my neighbors, they might not say a dang thing. I've got some interesting neighbors. Got some interesting neighbors for sure. So, yeah, Gabe, you've seen this before. Guess what happened to my flat map? My flat map is now career mode. It's no longer multiplayer. My save got corrupted. Gabe has actually worked on this map. That's why I was pointing that out. So, yeah, I'm less than happy. Less than happy.
Now there is a way to reload previous saves on PS4.
Okay.
Um, basically have to go into your save data on the PS4. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing before we started here.
Would you want to look that up and maybe we can?
Yeah, that's
Because I hate to say it, Reaper. It can't hurt anything at this point in time to try. Even if we could find, because I know roughly the last time I saved the file that I of the time frame that I want, so it shouldn't be hard to find. We all have those neighbors. Yeah, no kidding, Galaxy, no kidding. And Gabe's crying, why? Charles got his coffee also. Heck yeah, heck yeah. We weren't really planning on doing a technical difficulties show today, but you know what? That's about par for the course for the mid-lunch crisis. That is about par for the course. But in the meantime, while Reaper does a little bit of quick research, I'm going to scratch my ear real quick. Hold on. Headsets make your ears itch.
yeah.
Plain and simple. Headsets make your ears itch. I had planted a whole bunch of oilseed radish to fertilize a bunch of the fields, and also just to maintain the field shape on the map for me so I could see it. In the meantime, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start the cotton harvesters. Nope, I'm actually going to back that one up because I don't like it when there's just little itty bitty bits of leftover corn at the edge. There we go. I'm assuming Reaper's going to be looking stuff up furiously in the background. Could be wrong.
Aye.
Did you find a good article on it?
I found a couple videos.
You can back up your hard drive and maybe fix it. I could, if I had a way of backing up this hard drive. I don't have a SSD drive for this, and I don't have an external that I can use. So I don't have anything handy.
You know what? I'm gonna fire up my PS4 while we're talking here and test this out.
As far as the mods, Gabe, I might have added one or two.
74?
No, actually, it's probably 3 since last time you played, Gabe. Nothing since last night. And the mods that I added were yesterday before the Mom's Basement community map. We were adding the lizard biogas to it, and we just activated a couple other things that I actually already had. How did the hard drive get corrupted? I don't know that the hard drive is corrupted. All I know is that last week I lost all of my mods, and then I lost all of my save files, which is why I actually started to rebuild this. And then today, while we were trying to load in for Mid-Lunch Crisis, it wouldn't let me on the multiplayer aspect of it. It had saved the file as career, but I wasn't playing career on it. I've never played this map as career. It's always been multiplayer. So I are confuzzled. I are confuzzled. Now, actually, what I wanted to do, though, while this is running that, I do want to speed up time. Although the funny thing is, anything that I do right now, if we go and revert to a previous save, it's going to be lost. But I don't want you all to sit there and not watch anything moving around. That would just be boring. I did add the Crone mowers to my repertoire. as opposed to the um, custom-built Nova Cats that I was doing. Wait, that's a wide spreading. That's good. Get this one out here too. Should be able to save on USB device. It's weird, I've never seen that happen before. I wonder if I have a USB big enough.
Farming Simulator save files are. I was just in there. To the biggest one I've got, it's like 52 megabytes, it looks like.
Okay. I don't have any of my USBs handy up here. They're all elsewhere.
But that, in fact, is not what I wanted to do.
I was hoping there's just like a revert.
Yeah, unfortunately, of course, PlayStation doesn't make it that easy.
Alright guys, I'm gonna pop out into the menu while that's actually running for a second. I want to just check something real quick. Nope, nope, that'll close the app. I'll let Reaper do the research. He's better at that stuff than I am anyways. He's my temporary tech guru. Meantime, we'll watch some corn harvesting. In the dark.
In the dark.
So how's everybody doing today? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Is everybody staying safe and sane? That's the cool thing. My wife decided last night to make some comfort food for us. She made spaghetti. And I always love spaghetti. Spaghetti is one of our favorite dishes here because in a household as big as ours, spaghetti is one of the few dishes that we actually get leftovers. And there's leftover spaghetti for me to eat today, so I'm always happy about that. And my 8-year-old is also extremely happy about it because he loves spaghetti. Nathan will eat spaghetti left, right, and center all day, every day. It is probably his favorite meal of all of them. But last night at about 11:30, I'm sitting upstairs. I was trying to do some streaming on another platform over on the Facebook, and Facebook's game servers were having issues last night because just sheer amounts of traffic going on these days. And so I couldn't actually get my stream up and running over there, and all of a sudden I had this, you get those smells that remind you of childhood, um, food smells. And I just started to think about Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. So I go downstairs and I see what's going on. And my wife at 11:30 at night is making mashed potatoes and gravy, and
Ugh.
had baked some chicken for no real apparent reason, other than the fact that she wanted mashed potatoes and gravy and chicken. So yes, power to Mama Timo for making chicken and stovetop last night at 11:30. Comfort food, always wonderful.
Hey, Timo.
Yes, sir.
Um, Mr. Galaxy Void has an announcement that I would love for you to ask him about.
Oh, okay. What am I supposed to ask Mr. Galaxy Void about?
He got some good news today.
Galaxy, what good news did you get today? Got to give a shout out to Rainbow there. Just made some cinnamon bun coffee and playing Animal Crossing. like rigatoni over
Oh,
spaghetti. It holds more sauce. Yes, it does, Rainbow. How you doing, hon? How you doing? Welcome to it. Welcome to it.
some cinnamon bun coffee. Now, is that coffee with cinnamon bun creamer or cinnamon coffee? Because I'm a big fan of the Cinnabon creamer.
Uh, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, Rainbow is quite adept at making very, very tasty treats. She is a cooking maniac at times, and makes some really, really good stuff. So whatever it is, I'm sure it's good. You made the Nationals basketball team. Right on. Congratulations. That's awesome. So what does that entail? Do you have to like go do gladiator style combat with other basketball players, or tell us more about being on the national basketball team, the Nationals basketball team? Because gladiator style combat with other basketball players sounds pretty cool, but I doubt that's what you have to do. It's Dunkin' Donuts blend cinnamon bun coffee. Okay.
Ah, okay. I have Dunkin' Donuts regular coffee.
But tell us more, Galaxy. We need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. We need a ray of sunshine in the Galaxy Void world. Tell us all the spicy details of being on the Nationals basketball team. Now, also, is this I'm assuming this is like for uh, like a state championship level play, or is it like the state all stars, or is it like a really a national? I mean, do you have to go fight? Saving content. Game is paused.
Game is paused.
I keep going back to the. Do you have to fight? Um, Shoot, what was I doing? Oh, I'm trying to slow down time. Brain not working. Big Papa Timo has the dumb. Um, how many national teams are there? Just one or two, or do you have to like play against the Russian national team? Oh, I missed those three stalks again. Do you get to go to the Olympics?
He said it's a mix between traveling teams and teams from other states come to play against you and sometimes other countries.
Oh, nice. So it is actually a national thing where you have to compete against other countries' teams. That's awesome. That's awesome. If you just
Now,
tap a bit of cinnamon or nutmeg into your coffee grounds, boom, spiced coffee. Touche, touche. It's a mix between travel and teams from other states. That's what you were saying. Come to play against you and sometimes other countries. Definitely inquiring minds. Yes, keep going, Galaxy. Tell us more. Tell us more. We want to know.
now, Galaxy has actually worked his way up to this point, starting with his school team, and then a traveling team, and then um, working his way up from the traveling team to the state team, and now the nationals team.
So you've actually already gone through a huge process of competing against literally thousands of other basketball players at your level and shown that you have um,
Skills.
better skills than they do. So I mean, this is a big deal. It's not like your hometown team you got picked for the A squad over the B squad. You're talking for the entire Eastern Seaboard. You've been competing against other people your age and in your bracket and shown that you're better to get on like the creme de la creme. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I didn't realize you were that competitive at basketball. I knew you played basketball because we've spoken about some of your games and stuff like that. But that's super, super cool, bro. Super cool. Congratulations. Super congratulations. If Deavante was here, he'd give you basketball shaped Oreos, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So,
Yeah, I've been following along here. This was news that he's been waiting on for a couple days.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Did you like scream and shout and jump like a 8-year-old schoolboy, like Reaper did when he finally got
Well,
his stuff to work,
yeah.
or when he got his 100th follower on YouTube?
Yeah,
Scared his wife.
yeah, really.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm fine.
yeah. Galaxy. So basically, what he said the All Stars was just weird getting into. Now you and I know where Galaxy lives,
Yep.
so it's def Galaxy lives in a big city.
Major
So
metropolitan area.
yeah, so when he tried out for the All Star team, apparently it was more gladiator style combat than it was basketball. Um, Players were fighting, referees were fighting, parents were fighting. Um, yeah, it was definitely chaos.
I bet. I bet. Yeah, with where you live too. I mean, there is no shortage of stiff competition
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
basketball arena. I mean, that's just so anybody watching understands. This is not like Galaxy lives in some little podunk town like Johnstown, Pennsylvania, like I do, where there are 27 basketball players here.
No,
On that level. Now, granted, that's actually not true either. We actually have a pretty decent basketball team here as well, and um,
Galaxy lives in a place where there are,
millions of people.
yeah, there are 27 teams.
Yeah,
Uh,
we don't have that type of stuff. So that's actually quite the accomplishment, quite the accomplishment, and we are super proud of Galaxy. Good
Galaxy
job,
said
buddy.
he screamed and shouted a lot.
I bet that's super awesome, bro. Super awesome. Gabe, don't worry, have no fear. We will either figure something out on this save file and get it fixed, or we'll take what I have learned from building this map and build yet another one. I'm a little concerned that this is now 2 weeks in a row. I've had save files issues. Now all my mods are still here, and actually, I guess I should check the other maps. Yeah, I should probably check the other maps actually. Let me let this finish unloading. I hate doing this. It's already saved to this thing. Let me back out here real quick.
See, I found how to upload or download them, but not how to actually split them and load a previous file.
Actually, want to go back to create game. All right, so I had. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Let me try something. I don't care if it totally screws up. All right, why is this not pulling up all of my regular mods? All right, well, I'm going to just leave it the way that it is. I'm going to try and continue on creator. We'll see what's going on with that. Scream Shadow Lock, cool. But yeah, they delayed it until next year. Yeah, so I mean that goes without saying. Um, I'm glad that they finished with the selection process and everything else like that, Galaxy, so that you at least know and you can continue to train and keep in shape and everything else like that. And as we move forward, you'll be able to continue on with that. That's super, super cool, though. Poppa, I know where Johnstown, PA is. I'm from Bedford County, retired here in Georgia. Yeah, Bedford's right
Okay.
below me. Right below me. Well,
Who's that?
technically, Somerset's beneath me. Charles Stuffed.
Ah, Charles. Actually, I spent some time down in Bedford. Um, uh, my wife has family down there, so we go down
Oh, what
a
the
couple times a
hell?
year. Yeah, we go down to Bedford County a couple times a year.
Why did it even do that? All right, let me try something here. I'm gonna leave that farm and then join that farm. All right, guys, my thing is being weird, and I'm getting mad. I'm gonna try something real quick here.
Unfortunately, I'm not having any luck on figuring that out unless you've already previously backed it up.
I didn't. I didn't. Which is something I think I might need to start doing, especially if I'm going to be doing a large map like this that is multiplayer and
Especially with
it's like a streaming map.
yeah, especially with your current save data issues.
Getting ready to yeet the PS4 out the window, guys. Yeet.
What's up, Davante?
Davante in the house. What's up, buddy? Oreos for Repaper and Timo. You're now Repaper.
Free paperwork.
Repaper. Fear the Repaper. We have paper and Repaper. All right, so this is what was getting me. Just so you guys know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get into vehicles by pushing the left, and it's not working. But I'm actually going to. Well, look at that. If I join the farm,
Do I know where the fish hatchery
hey,
is?
look at that. It just booted me off the farm.
Oh no.
No, this is
No,
good.
Charles.
This is good because this is back to the being
Huh?
the multiplayer map.
Oh well, that's good.
Um, yeah. All right, so we might be in luck here, guys. Big Papa Timo might have fingered something out. Yeah, it's like flipped through like 32,000 vehicles. Holy crap. All right.
Charles asked me if I knew where the fish hatchery on 56 is. I can't say that I do.
I do. I know exactly where that is. I know exactly where that is. All right, let's get this guy back to work. Back to work with you.
No slacking.
No slacking for you.
Davante said, sorry, I failed. Nope. That's all right.
No,
Repaper.
Davante, we actually love your auto rungs. We really do, bro. Your auto rungs are the best because they're like innocent and cheeky auto rungs.
Yeah. And it's
Not
too
not
late.
not evil auto rungs.
I've already submitted a request to YouTube to change my name to Repaper.
Ooh, fear the repaper.
Yep, fear the Repaper.
It's kind of like Pete and repeat. Now we have paper and
Paper and
repaper.
Repaper.
Said I'm gonna change my name to Paper.
Yeah.
It'll be Paper and Repaper. Big Paper Timo. Which actually I should be careful because I'll end up being Big Paper TP and then Repaper, and that's just gross.
Oh yeah.
Once you use the TP paper, you don't want to repaper. All right, so hopefully this works. I kind of wish I had somebody that had all my mods on that could check to see if this worked, but I don't know. We'll have to try it out later. Do you know where back to the fish hatchery on 56? Yeah, Charles, I live right in the city. I'm right over by Conema Memorial Hospital, which back in the day would have been Memorial Hospital, not Lee, which is like in the middle of the city. But there's no real middle of the city for Johnstown. Johnstown's not that big of a city itself, but you know that. Now let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way.
Gabriel says he has all of your mods.
Are you home, Gabe? Or are you at work?
So, while we're waiting for Gabe to answer, I have an update on my modded farming simulator map.
Yeah? Which one are we talking
Remember?
about? Are we talking about mining and construction?
Yep, yep, mining and construction.
Ass.
Remember the remember the giant water trailer that I couldn't pull?
Yeah, the what was it, 118,000
100,
liters?
180. Yeah.
180,000 liters?
I found a truck that will pull it. I
Nice.
went, yeah, I went through a bunch of mods yesterday and found I believe it's a Kenworth heavy haul.
Ooh, excuse me. Kenworth Heavy Haul.
Yeah.
And what's I mean, does it get it up to speed and everything?
Oh yeah. Yep. It pulls it just like any other trailer.
Nice, nice.
Yep. Got my excavator, which picks up a little over 12,000 per scoop.
Nice.
Um, Gabriel says he's home, doesn't leave until 1 p.m.
Oh, nice. Gabe, if you want, you are more than welcome to try and log into the map to see if you can get in. It would be very, very useful information for me. Um, I'm not in party chat. I'm not gonna be on party chat for this because we're actually on our Discord server. So I won't be able to really talk to you, but I would love to see if you can get in and actually operate any of the vehicles. Um, Same login as before, dog being the password.
When you get a chance, Timo, you want to give us a little shot of that truck there? It looks like a pretty nice. Is that a retro Kenworth?
Yeah, I can actually show you what this one looks like in
Charles says caddy corner going towards Cessna. There's a small farm to the right after the old cemetery is where he was born and raised.
Oh, right on, right on. This is actually the Lizard SX Heavy that I'm using. I just happen to have them in different colors. I have this one right here is in yellow for the corn and the sunflowers, and then I have the green for all of the other stuff.
Ah,
It is very, very metallic and shiny,
yes it is.
so they are quite pretty that way. They handle like a dream because they have that third wheel steering. Super, super useful. Going into lurk mode for a few minutes. That's fine, Galaxy. Lurk away. Lurk away. Um. All right, so. Oop, I have dancing harvesters again.
Yeah.
They have once again blocked each other. Let's see if they figure it out or if this one. Nope, they feel that they've completed their task. He says that one has blocked me for the last time. I'm done.
I quit.
I quit. No mas. He throws in the towel. So how is the Reaper household doing? How are the kids? Do you still have a rent-a-kid in the
I
house,
do.
or have
I
they gone
do.
home?
Nope, nope. She is still here.
So is that like a permanent addition?
I believe so. I said yesterday when the government finally figures out this stimulus package and starts sending out relief funds, I'm going to apply for her as well.
Oh heck yeah, because she's been eating you out of house and home.
Yeah.
We all know that teenage girls are perfectly capable of eating somebody out of all of their fundage.
Yep. So everything here is going good.
That's good to
Um,
hear. How's Reed doing?
Reed is loving the fact that he doesn't have to go to school. Speaking of school, update with Pennsylvania, they have now extended the closure until April 8th.
Yes, I had heard that. Now, so since we're talking about April 8th, that's surprisingly enough a Wednesday. And you might sit there and wonder, Big Papa Timo, why do you know that April 8th is a Wednesday? You're not that smart. I'm not. I'm not that smart. April 7th, though, is a Tuesday. And I do know that date because there is a new DLC coming out for Farming Simulator on April 7th. Now, the new DLC coming out is going to be free for everybody. It's not a paid DLC like the Borgalt that just came out. And what we're getting in that is we are getting upgrades to baling technology. We are getting
Ooh.
new products coming out in the game. They're getting molasses is being introduced, as well as several forms of twine. There is a new round baler coming out that is going to be a high-speed baler, but it does multiple size bales. So you can pick between, I believe, 2,000 liters, 4,000 liters, or even the new 6,000 liter round bales. I believe those are the sizes. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that there's three separate sizes of round bales you'll be able to choose from it, as opposed to doing different balers themselves for different size bales. The bales are what you actually choose the different size. So that's going to be super cool. There's also a new factory coming out to use with this that will allow for yet another product, which is the pallet version of the molasses. I need to actually move that truck. That was a dumb place to put that. But I'm pretty excited about it. So I think what Giants is trying to do is they realized a lot of people were neglecting the baling tech because of like mods like what we did with the tipper trailers, the man 4x4s, and the milling machine made it very very easy to just shoot um, things like silage and straw and hay into a 70,000 liter trailer that people weren't baling as much anymore. So they made baling exciting again, which is super super cool. I'm excited about it. We all know that I had kind of the baling tech fetish for a while there, where I was trying to download every bit of baling tech. Hey, look at that! So Gabe has gotten onto the server. Gabe, if you could
Nice.
do me a favor, and if you're not already part of the farm, join the Timo farm, synchronizing data with other players. Awesome. Oh, thanks, Davante. Appreciate it, bud. Not that I'm intelligent or anything, but my spelling and my phone make me seem like I shouldn't ever write anything anywhere. Um, Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, it's all good.
One mod off. Which mod was it, Gabe? All right, let me see if this actually just like booted everybody to. All right, so Gabe is on the farm, and I need to give. So basically, it looks like it kicked us all off the farm. All right,
Hey, if
so
you can hear me, I can operate equipment.
I can actually hear you, surprisingly enough. Could the stream hear you? Is the question.
Um,
Could you hear him, Reaper?
I can't, but I'm not listening to the stream.
Gotcha.
Give me just a second here.
You can. Awesome, awesome. Um, Gabe, if you want, you're more than welcome to stick around for a little while and play with some
The stream,
equipment.
the stream can in fact hear him.
Okay. All right, Gabe, you can be heard over the stream, so do me a favor and just kind of chill out back there in the background.
Yeah, Gabe says he can't hear us, and that's because we're not on PlayStation chat.
Yeah, we're not on PlayStation chat at all. I don't have a party chat up. I don't have game chat set up. We're on our Discord server, Gabe. Um, but yeah, just go ahead and you can harvest anything you want. I'm actually gonna get some things a moving here.
Galaxy's giving Davante a hard time.
Careful, Galaxy. He'll take away his Oreos.
Okay, he'll give you the Vaseline-filled Oreos again.
Oof. Oof. The ungrateful wretch Oreos that he was passing out to
Yeah, when we were
Galaxy
playing
that
Apex.
one day. Yeah, yeah, for not saying thanks for being saved and stuff like that. All right, so I'm not a huge fan of um, the power washer in this game, but I have to say some of my vehicles are pretty dang dirty. I might have to actually rectify that because it's getting a little shameful. Getting a little
Yeah.
shameful. So I need to go find. That's under miscellaneous, isn't it? Other or
Yeah.
misc?
Yeah, miscellaneous.
No, it's not miscellaneous.
Um,
Where
what?
was? Oh, it's under miscellaneous for vehicles, maybe? No.
No, it was under um, building,
Oh, that's right.
building miscellaneous.
Building miscellaneous, not miscellaneous. There it is. All right, so we're gonna drop a little power washer here on the corner, and this thing is so tiny, it's not even funny.
Yeah, Davante. Galaxy said, "Sorry, Davante, I didn't really mean it. The toilet has had enough." Yeah, and we don't want Galaxy to run out of toilet paper.
He'd have to call on Repaper then.
Yeah.
I don't think Reaper wants that job of repapering the.
No, no,
Nope,
I'll pass.
nope. All right, so I actually have a power washer now. I can actually wash up some of these vehicles. All right, so I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm less pissed off, guys. I'm less pissed off. I hate to say it. I was really thinking about actually straight up yeeting this PS4 out the window if I would have had to go for a whole nother map reset on the map that I did because of all the resets that I had to do that would have not made me happy. All right, so let's get on another subject that Reaper and I were talking about before the stream. So we've made a lot of changes over the last couple weeks in particular because I've moved on to a different platform pretty much. I'm mainly on the Facebook these days, and Reaper has switched from mainly console to mainly PC. And the PC change it wasn't unexpected. Reaper and I had spoken about how he wanted to do a gaming PC, and he had a plan um, where he was talking, within the next couple months, mainly off of when he was going back to work. Because once he's back to work, it would be a lot easier financially to
Yeah.
stomach a new PC. Whereas, because he's a family man as well, and we got to make sure that the families are taken care of before the gaming aspects. But Reaper basically really lucked into an awesome deal on. It was really started with the laptop for your wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, she had asked me for a gaming laptop, and I started doing some research. And actually purpose-built gaming laptops are expensive.
Very.
And I happened across some posts about using old workstation laptops as gaming laptops, and in doing so, I found a local guy that actually does that. He buys them, he buys lots of them from old businesses, does a couple upgrades, and turns them into gaming laptops. So pretty much it was the same day she asked me for it. I found this guy, called him. He said, "Yeah, I've got one." I said, "Can I have it tonight?" And he said, "Sure." So when I went to get it, and we got to geeking out about hardware and stuff like that and whatnot, and this guy, when you walk into his house, he's a nerd, because there are literally computers and parts everywhere. Um, and I happened to ask him about desktops, and he said, it's a funny thing because I have this one right here. Um, put a new graphics card in it. He asked me what games I played. I told him, we looked up the specs on all the games, and he said, this will be perfect. He said it'll run everything you want to run. So I bought it too.
Yeah, so Reaper made a very quick transition to PC gaming.
Now,
And go ahead.
I was gonna say, a lot of that transition has to do with help from other people. Um,
Speaking
I
of
always,
which, holla, Mary Lizzie in his house.
yeah, definitely, definitely owe Mary Lizzie, not directly but indirectly,
Guilt by
because of her.
association.
Yeah, yeah, because of uh, her acquaintances and friends. They have made my transition to PC gaming a lot faster than I would have been able to. Uh, Even after I bought the system, I knew it was going to take a while because, let's face it, games are expensive.
Yes, they are.
Um, and it was actually, as Mary puts it, her brother from another mother who bought the majority of my games for me.
Which is awesome.
Yes, which is awesome. I owe him many, many. Also, a little shout out to Richard Huntington. He's gifted me a couple. Again, many, many thanks to him as well.
Yeah, Richard's an awesome guy as well.
They're the ones that really made the transition. It's their fault.
Blame them.
Because I knew, like I said, even getting the PC, I bought Conan Exiles, which is the only game I was going to buy because they're expensive. And like I said, just I figured it would take time to. By the time I get back to work and I could afford the games, I wouldn't have time to play them anyway. So I wasn't planning on transitioning. Pretty much, I pretty much completely transitioned to PC, with the exception of the pre-recorded content that I'm doing for Conan and Kerbal, because those are still on PS4.
Right on. Now, see, I had planned on doing the gaming PC in about now 3 months time, which I'm still planning on doing the gaming PC as a gaming streaming PC, but it's looking more like 6 months now. The upgrade that I got very quickly was, of course, the laptop that was gifted to me that has helped out immensely with the streaming because I'm no longer just streaming right from the PlayStation to YouTube, and that allowed me the opportunity to switch platforms over from YouTube to the Facebook. And we were talking about how much I've actually pushed the laptop so far, and as some of you all know, I had issues with it right off the bat. The reason it was gifted to me was because the previous owner was not happy with the fact that it overheats all the time, and it was blue screening on them every time they tried to play No Man's Sky. So, sure enough, put No Man's Sky on it, because I have No Man's Sky on Steam account. Don't ask me why. It was a failed attempt to play at the laser shop when I was really bored and lonely at 4 o'clock in the morning, but it didn't work out. So I actually had a copy of No Man's Sky on Steam, and I used that on here, and sure enough, it would overheat the computer. So I've taken the back of the laptop off. It's on a cooling tower stand, and that seems to work most of the time. Every once in a while it does blue screen because it does overheat, but it only seems to do that particularly when I have my heater on in my office, so that it's actually an interesting visual effect there. You can see through that. That's actually a grill. I didn't realize that. So that black cover on the case is meant to be like a see-through screen. That's cool. I didn't know that before. Sorry, little things. And so the laptop's been doing really good for me, and we've been talking about whether or not I should try and push the limits of this. And one of the reasons is because Reaper, who introduced me to Farming Simulator 19 and Conan Exiles on PS4, has abandoned me to the PC Master Race and is now showing off all of his lovely PC mods that he has for FS19 ass. That's the running joke. Every time I talk about it, I have to call him an ass for leaving me behind again. But he hasn't really left me behind. But we've grown in different directions than either of us really intended.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing, though, because especially when you're talking about gaming and streaming, you go where the opportunities are. That if you have the opportunity, like Reaper did, to buy a nice set of gaming computers, and once he got set up with those, that the community that we belong to, that we're part of, have been generous enough to help him move forward in his game acquisitions. That's amazing. That's one of the other things that I really love about the communities we belong to. There are some really dang cool people out here.
Yep.
We all look out for each other. We all try to take care of each other, and even though we might not be doing what we planned, there's always a way to move forward, and it's a lot of fun and good stuff. Good stuff. I've got to catch up on chat there for a minute.
Mary popped in. Dave Monte says, "Hi Mary, I would give you Oreos, but they might make you stupid. I can't do anything right today."
I disagree, Dave Monte. Again, you're always on par with the Oreos, bro.
Galaxy said after he's done with Resident Evil 3, he is going to ditch his console and move to fully PC gaming.
Oh.
Which in Galaxy's case, It's the right thing to do. Unfortunately, his PlayStation is an older version, and it's starting to show its age.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's we've been talking about that over the last couple days. He's having some performance issues, some performance anxiety,
Ooh.
and
It's normally an older man's trick.
yeah. Um,
You're too young for that, Galaxy.
and he was kind of picking my brain on how to fix it, and after he told me the issues, I basically had to tell him that it's nothing that can be fixed. Unfortunately, with electronics and data management, things just slow down.
Yep.
When you're constantly writing data and overwriting data, things get left behind, and eventually that slows it down, and there's really no way to fix it. And then I explained to him that the PlayStation, even though it's still the PlayStation 4, there have been many iterations, many updates and upgrades throughout the lifespan of the PS4. Uh, and with his being an older model, it's lacking some of the better technology that's been available. So he basically had two options. He could, uh, if he wants to game right now, he can go out and buy a PS4, or he already has a computer that he's been working on, and he can just go to PC gaming. So, it's kind of the obvious choice. He already has the computer. He just installed a new graphics card in it. The second graphics card, because the first one he got, actually right out of the box, didn't work.
Which happens sometimes. I know it's
Yep.
very disappointing when it happens to you. But it is possible. It is possible.
So yeah, Galaxy's moving to PC pretty much out of necessity. I mean, if he wants to keep gaming at a decent level, his PlayStation just isn't gonna handle it.
Ain't gonna cut it no more. That's a shame.
Let's see, where was I? Galaxy said, yeah. Galaxy said, because No Man's Sky is a game that should be on everyone's everything. Meaning you should have No Man's Sky on PlayStation and on Steam and on Xbox and whatever other consoles you have. Charles
Game Boy
said,
Advanced.
yeah, No Man's Sky on 3DS. Charles said the only reason he plays on PS4 is due to the fact that it's easy to stream. It is. I'm gonna throw this out there, Charles. It is just as easy to stream on PC. As a matter of fact, with a setup like mine where I'm streaming and playing on the same PC, I find it easier than the PlayStation.
Now, if you don't have the PC, the direct to YouTube or direct to Twitch from PlayStation is super easy and super simple, which is cool. But yeah, I have to agree with Reaper that surprisingly enough, as long as your PC or laptop or whatever device will handle the streaming software aspect of things, I think it makes it better. And like with Reaper doing his same device playing and streaming, there can be some ease of uses. But I understand what you're saying, that it's easy to stream direct from a PS4.
Yeah, and like you said, if you don't have a computer, the PS4 has given you the ability to stream, which is really nice, and that's how you and I both started.
Yeah, we both started that way. Actually, and the mid-lunch crisis started while neither of us had anything else going on. We were basically just doing one person was playing, and we were in party chat, streaming directly to YouTube. And
I had my laptop that I could watch chat.
I had my computer that I could watch chat a minute and a half in the past.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Big Papa Timo's his potato and my laptop are unfortunately neither one is very good.
No, it was actually kind of sad because it's not even that the potato is that bad of a potato. It's actually a very good potato, but the Ethernet card on it is so slow that it literally had. So we have almost a 30-second delay between what I'm doing in game, because I'm actually washing the trailer right now. But while I'm watching it, I'm washing the front of the tractor.
Yeah.
The stream delay is almost a solid 30 seconds, and then with a 50 megabit per second Ethernet card, you've got like another 30-second delay on a stream. So the delay is horrible, horrible. My phone was actually the better way to monitor chat for the stream itself before upgrading to the laptop. Excuse me. Now the laptop has its own foibles and follies as well, but I also now have the laptop as hardwired, or actually I have to say it's soft-wired. I wish it were hardwired, but it doesn't have an actual Ethernet port. I had to do a USB 3 to Ethernet cable adapter to do that. But that's the goofs of technology, because I have a 5G wireless connection here, which is awesome, and the speeds on that are actually pretty decent. They're, within a couple megs per second of everything else that I'm running, even the hardwired connection or the soft wired connection. But a wired connection is always better when you're streaming. So that's another thing that you have to worry about. Like if you're doing the PS4 stuff, you can't stream from a Wi-Fi connection very effectively. You have to have a wired connection, which when I first started streaming, that was another thing that I was lacking. So it's kind of interesting when you get to it, that all the different upgrades you can do to make things faster, more efficient, and better. Where I found it most appropriate was the stuff that I was doing for the viewers, and that's the other reason that I really wanted to get off of just straight streaming from the PS4, and that's because you can't do overlays and the likes. You can in fact stream direct from that from the console to YouTube, but we could make it very interactive for the viewer, and that's what Reaper and I have always tried to do, is make it better for the viewer. What else we got? Good old days. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not easy, or believe it or not, it's easier. See what Dave Monty said. I like consoles, but I'm always PC first. I'm sick of paying 3 times to play a game I own. FPSN and Xbox Live to play games I own. Yeah. Can't say anything wrong about that. You've had some bad luck. First the mic and then the graphics card. Yeah, I remember when you got the mic the first time. That was bad. I didn't realize the graphics card was bad out of the box. And you're talking about when they streamed off of PS4, Devante? Yep. The good old days. That's the good old days of mid-lunch crisis. Exactly.
Yep.
They've come so far from then. Yes, we have. Don't get me wrong. I do have several computers. The one I use the most is an HP. Okay, so that kind of begs the question, though, Charles. If you've got a decent computer, is there any particular reason you haven't started using the PC to stream, or do you really just like that kind of one-touch convenience of streaming from the PS4? And I don't fault anybody that does. I mean, some of the people that have been in the streaming community for quite a while still just stream directly off of their PlayStation. like some of the longest running streamers of the No Man's Sky community in particular have been doing it straight off the PS4 and just don't feel a need to upgrade. I always find it funny because the one of the things that's like kind of the big no-no of modern streaming is the black border that the PS4 does when you
Yeah.
put chat up on your screen, and then having your icon in the top right corner. You could of course do a camera feed up there, but a lot of people say, "Oh, well, that's a big no-no. Nobody wants to see that. That's so archaic." There's still people that do it, and they've got a pretty good following, and they're good content creators, and I don't fault them for doing it. I was just looking personally to upgrade from that, but it was definitely a huge convenience that PS4 could start. Now, where I had the biggest problem was the lack of options of streaming platforms. From PlayStation 4, you can stream to YouTube, or you can stream to Twitch.
Twitch, yeah.
And I hate to say it, I'm not a fan of Twitch at all. I don't like the platform. I don't like the layouts. I don't like the communities over there. I think Twitch just needs to die and go away. Um, Sorry to be blunt on that, but I just don't like Twitch. It's it's never felt right for me, which is also kind of funny because I started on Twitch. I actually started streaming first to Twitch, then anywhere else, and you go through the multiple layers of Twitch status where it's affiliate, partner, and then sponsored content type of a thing. And my daughter is a Twitch affiliate, and I actually got affiliate status pretty quickly on Twitch too. One of the things that bothered my daughter the most was that I hit all of the benchmarks for affiliate before she did, and she was streaming before I was. Number of followers and everything else like that, and she didn't understand. And really what it came down to was while she was at work, I was on her PS4 streaming No Man's Sky for hours when she actually didn't have the ability. It was basically just time. I was able to put in more time streaming than she was. Therefore, I got more viewers and the likes, and I was also much better at ruthless self-promotion than she is, where I was going out there and utilizing what nominal skills I have at social networking and putting myself out there for people to find me, whereas she was relying on word of mouth and word of Twitch. And this is where I think Twitch is seriously lacking for their streamers. The word of Twitch, they don't support new streamers. They support established streamers really well. They really support their partner streamers really, really well, to the detriment of everybody below them. And I don't like that. So I switched to YouTube. And YouTube has some great things about it, and it has some of its downfalls as well. And I did all my streaming over here on YouTube for a year. And I did a bunch of static videos. I did a bunch of pre-recorded things. I did some training stuff, the beginner's guide. And then, ran across a whole bunch of people within the community. Watched a whole bunch of streamers, as a No Man's Sky content creator, idolized people like Zane and Sword and stuff like that, saw how they grew and how they've come a real long way. Got to meet some really cool people. Ran across Reaper totally by accident one day.
Yeah.
That was just a very odd occurrence that I ran across somebody else that shared a lot of similar ideas and values to me and was, thinking about getting into streaming, kind of got pressured into streaming by another member of the community. Not in a bad way. It was a good
No.
kind of pressure. So we formed our little micro alliance of Western Pennsylvania streamers. The fact that we're both from Western Pennsylvania, also strange.
And actually, we didn't realize that we were both from Western Pennsylvania until after we had already streamed together.
Yep. That was an odd conversation. We're just like, oh yeah, that, and then I think I had said something about the event in Slippery Rock,
Yeah, that
And
was
you were
like,
like, well, that's right down the street from me. And I'm like, wait a minute, where the hell are you?
yeah.
So, Wonder Twin powers activate.
Uh,
So,
tra tragic truckers in the house with the UGG.
ugh. Well,
Now,
Tragic was
yeah,
up pretty late last night.
I was gonna say I have to give Tragic some props because he has been working like a dog, trying to keep us supplied with toilet paper.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you for your service. At this point in time, you normally don't say that to a long haul trucker. Thank you for your service, but yes, for the resupply efforts, we commend you, my friend, for bringing everybody their things in times of need. We
Yep.
salute you.
Um, Gabriel said he won't be streaming because he doesn't have the time. Ah, see now there, Charles said the internet service he has best. He's a Verizon wireless hotspot.
Okie dokie. That answers an awful lot right there.
Gabriel, uh, I don't know, Gabriel. It depends on where you live.
Up by
Now,
you, actually.
unlike Timo, my the super secret villain lair is not publicly known.
No,
But
but we can say where Gabe lives.
if Gabriel would feels comfortable putting his location out there, I could confirm that whether I live close enough. And my location being secret it's just
It's a matter of privacy, and it's going to be respected.
yeah, and
Um,
it's uh, until and even up to this point, streaming is new to me, and it's definitely out of my comfort zone because I'm a very private person. Uh, so putting myself out there was a big step.
we still force him to do things he's not quite prepared to do every once in a
Yeah,
while. He's getting better, but it's and this is actually one of the important things about Reaper, that when he and I first started talking, he was very cagey about where he lived. Even once I knew that he lived in the same state as me, and we knew some of the same areas, he was I don't want to say that he avoided the subject, but you could tell that it was something that was not comfortable for him to let it be known exactly where he lived, and that's fine. Um, when people want privacy, we have to respect that. In this day and age, unfortunately, a lot of people don't, and people get goofy and pushy about things that are really none of their damn business. That if Reaper doesn't want anybody to know where he lives, even if it's his streaming partner, no big deal. That's really no big deal. I don't need to know exactly where Reaper lives. Now I've got a pretty good idea.
I thought I told you.
You told me what town you live in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that took a while. Yeah, we were streaming for quite a while, and we had lots of conversations before you actually told me what township you live in and roughly where. But I don't know Reaper's address, and I have no need to unless he wants me to know that. Like if sometime this summer we're going to get together for a 6 month mid-lunch or mid-lunch crisis barbecue, that's cool. But I'm actually headed out towards his way, hopefully for some events in the summer. And what we'll probably end up doing is meeting somewhere out there for lunch, meeting in person for the first time that way. And
Yeah.
then we'll see how comfortable we are at that point in time. I don't tell anybody exactly where I live in Johnstown, but then again, I'm not as private as a person as Reaper because a lot of what I do has a public face to it. The main part of my business is going out and about and meeting people and selling to the direct public, selling to nerds, so they need to have the face to go with it, thus the little face cam on my stream. Because when a bunch of my viewers said they wanted a face to go with the voice, I was like, you know what, I get it. and it fits for me. Would I ever ask Reaper to do a face cam? No, because I don't think he's comfortable with it. If he decides to do a face cam, power to him. But it's never something that you're going to catch me suggesting to him. Oh, dude, you need to do a face cam. No, he doesn't. If he wants to, that's one thing. But yeah, privacy issues really shouldn't be issues. They should just be given, you know. Or at least that's how I stand on it. And I will fight to the death in gladiatorial style combat if I must to protect Reaper's privacy rights.
Now, Gabriel has put out there where he lives, and I will confirm that I live very close to Gabriel.
Much closer to Gabriel than me.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna water the hay bales on the back of the, because that's what hay bales love.
Yeah, now they're gonna catch on fire.
That's right. It's actually kind of a funny thing that's how that works. The more water a hay bale has, the hotter it gets.
Yep.
And they can in fact catch on fire.
Fermentation.
Yep. They normally smolder. They don't really just like burst into flames.
Can.
They can, yes, they can. Especially if you get like a nice sudden drying thing where the outer shell of them gets really dry really quickly, but the inside is just steaming hot.
Yep.
They can definitely catch fire, and so can piles of mulch. Piles of mulch are all sorts of fun, where you'll have what looks like a big old steaming pile of shit.
No, Gabriel, we weren't accusing you or anything like that. No, we were just simply talking. Like I said, you know, this entire process has been new to me. Like I said, I've always been a very private person.
We're forcing him out of his shell.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah.
Come out, Mr. Krabs, come out.
But yeah, I can confirm that I do in fact live very close to Gabriel.
Gabe, did you tell him where you work?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And I have visited that. I'm assuming let's be honest, in Barkeyville there are only a few places to work. So I'm assuming he either works at the truck shop down there or he works at a truck stop. Either way, I have visited both of those types of businesses many times. There are a few truck stops in Barkeyville. And what is that's not Hunters, that's Vita Freightliner in Barkeyville.
Well, see, now you're showing your familiarity with the area.
Well, being in Western Pennsylvania and being a truck driver, Barkeyville, you have to know what Barkeyville is.
Oh yeah, well, see, that's the funny thing. Even though I'm not a truck driver, when Gabe told me where he worked, I knew exactly where it was. I've been there before.
Yeah, so he just said he works at the TA in Barkeyville.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there many times.
He's probably out in the parking lot right now. See that big green Peterbilt outside? He's streaming from inside of it. No, that would be Tragic Trucker.
Well, Tragic has a large white Swift truck. If I was
truckers.
If I was still driving, it would be a big blue Mac.
Big Mac. I want a Big Mac now. Ooh, I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I'm hungry. All right, let's catch up on chat a little bit there.
Yep, I have to scroll up a little bit because there was a comment that I saw that we missed. Mary said, hands screaming, so not going to type much unless it lets up.
No worries, Mary.
Yeah.
Flex those fingers. Get some painkillers in you.
And then then she said, "Oh, I guess we missed quite a bit." Yeah. When we were talking about uh, Bar A10 and Richard Huntington being very generous and gifting me my games, she said, "Cool people are cool. They are, in fact." And I know they don't do it for thanks and recognition,
Yeah.
but every chance I get, I do give them a shout out, because if it wasn't for them, my PC gaming would not be possible.
Now, along those lines, we also have to give a big old shout out to the Nip gang in general, not
Yes.
just individual members of them, but that community as a whole is just a whole bunch of really, really awesome people.
The pre-recorded content that I'm doing on Conan Exiles is, and the only reason that I'm doing it on PC, because it's on a server hosted by the Geknip gang, and Pimpin Plays in particular. He's the money behind the means. Let's see, where else we at?
Just scroll on down the list. I'm sorry,
Yep.
did I just hear steaming pile of shit? Yes, you did, Galaxy Void. I actually said a steaming pile of shit. Now, you guys know I'm not really big on cussing, but yeah, that's just what a pile of mulch really is. It's mixed in with, wood parts and stuff like that. But to see a pile of manure or a pile of um, mulch just steaming away and getting to near combustion temperatures, excuse me, is very impressive. And I've actually seen piles of mulch catch fire, like literally catch fire. And it's normally, and on those days when it was actually cool the day before, the internal temperature of the mulch heats up as it starts to break things down, and then you have a sudden change of air pressure and humidity where it gets really dry outside. Top layer dries out, and then and mulch fires are kind of gross. Mulch fires do not smell good after a while. I digress. All right, where else are we?
Devontae said, I live by the Speedway. Where'd he go? Oh no!
I missed my
I
melting.
live by I live by the Speedway on US 41 in Southwest Florida. See if you can find Waldo. And then Trucker said, "Nope, went to Florida once, never gonna happen again."
Now, what didn't you like about Florida, Trucker?
I actually like driving in Florida. Everything's flat and straight.
I'm a big fan of A1A, which is the coastal highway on the Atlantic side of Florida.
Gabriel's getting very specific. He doesn't actually work in the truck stop. He works at the gas station portion of TA. And to answer Gabriel, I pretty much live almost in the corner where Interstate 80 and Interstate 79 meet. I am equidistant from either interstate.
So when you see that guy begging for change at the corner right there, that's Reaper.
Yep, that's Reaper.
Looking for a new PC.
Let's see.
G&G equals fun. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Devontae said, "I wish I'd never followed my ex-fiance." That's an interesting spelling of fiance, but I got what I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's a long story, but I moved to find she had a boyfriend. So you left and stayed in Florida. Should have moved back to Colorado. And now after his lung collapse, he can't go home. Trucker said last time he was near that TA, it would have been a navy blue Kenworth W900. Nice truck. Many years ago, I had a fire engine red W900. Thing cost me a fortune.
Truck nerds.
Yeah.
Truck nerds. This is what I get. Truck nerds.
Charles says his has to be a Peterbilt. You know the
More
funny
truck
thing about
nerds.
funny thing about Peterbilts, parts are 3 times as expensive because they say Peterbilt on them.
Pretty common occurrence when it comes to different vehicles, though.
Yeah.
We were actually talking last night about color choices because, you know, I have the yellow harvesters and the yellow trucks and everything else like that over here that I color coded, and somebody asked whether or not I could yawn 4,000 times in the middle of a stream, whether or not I could change all the colors of all the vehicles, and I said no, because when you get into things like specific pieces of equipment, like the Massey Ferguson stuff has to be Massey Ferguson colors, or the Case stuff has to be Case red, or it has to be John Deere green. You know, then with some of the mods, you can actually change up some of the colors, but a lot of them you can't. And a lot of the manufacturers of this equipment would really prefer that people not mod their equipment because it loses the recognizability of their equipment. You know, when you see a big green harvester, you automatically think it's a John Deere, even though Massey Ferguson green is pretty dang close. But you see that running deer on the side, you know it's a John Deere. So they like that. And Case has gone with their red. Grove was the one that really stuck with the whole construction yellow for years and years and years. And then Case and their construction equipment had that slightly orange yellow to make them easy to determine from a distance. When you just saw equipment from across the field, you could point at something half-mile away and say, oh yeah, there's that Grove dump truck over there, and then the Case excavator over there, and you could tell them apart just by the slight difference of the yellows. So yeah, colors are kind of funny. At least it ain't a freight shaker.
Yeah. Let's see.
The only place I really like is the Everglades and maybe the Keys. Davante, I'm fond of the northeast coast of Florida personally. Now I have reasons for this. So my favorite place in Florida is Flagler Beach, which is 20 miles north of Daytona and like 40 minutes south of St. Augustine. Now, the reason I like that is I have fond childhood memories of my father taking us there. And that's actually where I went for my honeymoon. And then St. Augustine is probably my favorite city/town of Florida because I wanted to go to school there. Flagler College is an education school. It's actually, they have a wonderful elementary education program there. And I applied to go and was accepted, and probably should have taken it. Had I taken that acceptance, my life would be completely different. But instead I decided to stay more local to home, and thus my wife and I are still together. So I have no complaints. I have 6 wonderful kids because of it. If I'd gone to Flagler, I would be a very successful elementary school teacher. Not that elementary school teachers are ever quote unquote very successful, but I would have continued on with that instead of living the life that I lead. But Flagler College is a beautiful school, and St. Augustine is a beautiful town. Just hot as balls, and just as humid. So I'm kind of glad I stayed up north where I don't melt. Let me get these harvesters going again. Uh-oh, I didn't lose the Reaper, did I?
Nope, I'm still here.
He was letting me ramble, guys.
Yep.
Your AC is 40 times 2?
Yeah, 40 miles an hour with both windows down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright, did we not have a GNG Discord in the...
I will drop it as soon as I get back to my computer.
That's right. Mine was being goofy about the GNG Discord link that one day. I don't know why. Just in case you guys are wondering, I can go ahead and pull up some commands here too that are available to you. Let's go ahead and do that. Wake up. There it is. Okay, Stream Elements is finally drinking its coffee again. So I actually had to type in space coffee to get the Stream Elements bot to come into chat today. And then I could do the space coffee and it would give me the command for it. It was quite cheeky little bugger. I'll do a horrible Cockney accent for you. Alright. So all of that is good to go. I want to get this over here. I got to replant this field. So yeah, I'm happy that I could get my multiplayer map back up and running. That's awesome. Alright, what did I'm just going to jump out. This will make this so much easier. What do we got going on there? We've got, oh, my pleasure, Charles. My pleasure. If you need anything, bro, let me know. Let me know. We'll do our best to accommodate. There's the GNG Discord. Thank you very much, Mary. Appreciate it, hon.
I was just on my way to get it. I actually need to put it on my link.
Right, I'm gonna go get this guy replanting that cornfield. And then I actually need to do a little experiment with the radishes here. Streamlab needs space coffee as much as YouTube. Yeah, actually, it did. It was kind of funny. It was not going to do a single damn thing without a cup of coffee, and I couldn't even yell at it for it because that's me. Without my cup of coffee, I'm not doing a damn thing.
Uh-oh.
Hey-o. What's up?
Seems my computer has decided I did not need my YouTube link list any longer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Nope, stop. Don't want to do oilseed radish.
It seems to have went away.
Oh no. Yeah, see, I thought we had a GNG Discord in the commands, but apparently not. Alright, so what we're going to do here now is I've never used oilseed radish on a field before.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to actually try something new here, because when you cultivate oilseed radish, it is supposed to provide you with 30% fertilization. So the field right now is actually already at 50 because when I planted the oil seed, it dropped fertilizer as well. So I want to see if by cultivating it, the field then goes to 80. That's the hope, but I need to get this junk. Well, I don't want to say junk. I need to get these guys out of the way. So many pieces of equipment. Should have just jumped out of the first one and walked over to the dang thing. Just like this. Alright, so we're going to move Mr. Ideal Fent over here. Put the Fent against the fence. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and run back over yonder.
Davante said that Streamlabs needs space coffee just as much as you do.
I know, right? I know, right? Did anybody else hear the tractor sing? What was the tractor singing?
What was the tractor singing?
I don't know. I read a book called The Ship Who Sings. The Ship
Baby
Who Sang.
Baby likes to rock it. That's what the tractors were singing.
Not what I've thought. Not what I would have thought they would be singing.
In case people were wondering what I'm referring to, there was actually a group called the Tractors. And I'm sure everybody has heard the song Baby Likes to Rock It Like a Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train. That was the Tractors.
Can't say as I'm super familiar with that song there, buddy. Alright, so we're going to lower the cultivator.
I bet if you looked it up and listened to the first few seconds, you would know.
I believe you. I believe you. I'm sure you are in fact right. Alright, so check that out, guys. So that, by cultivating the oilseed radish, we are 100% fertilized on this field. That's
cool.
My friends, is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what is not awesome is that it won't allow me to hire a worker. Nope, Gabe has left the server.
Davante heard Fiddler on the Roof.
If I was a rich man. I don't know the rest of the actual lyrics. Alright, I don't have a whole bunch of helpers going though. Saving content, game is paused.
Gabriel said you tried to kill me, so I have to go to work.
Right on, right on. Tried to run him over with a harvester. Try and run one person over with one harvester and then they go off to work like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's the least of your concerns.
Trucker said dirt road dollars by the lakhs.
Right on.
Of course, then there is International Harvester by Craig Morgan.
Wow, you guys are like truck song nerding.
These are farm songs.
Even worse, farm song nerding. There we go, your YouTube crashed. Oh, that's not good, Mary. So, yeah, the big thing that a lot of people are experiencing right now is with all the increased traffic on the interwebs, a lot of platforms are having serious issues. Now, Facebook is trying to counteract this by, I believe they're doing emergency server maintenance today and trying to bring a whole bunch of other servers online that, ironically, they haven't used in years. So I'm kind of hoping that there's like a little glitch that might happen, that everybody's Facebook profile reverts back to The one they had 4 years ago or something like that.
That would be funny.
We all go back to playing Farmville and
Yeah.
all those browser games that were coming out years ago.
What
Mafia Wars.
is...
You guys remember Mafia Wars?
What are you dropping links there for, Mary?
Mama's got a squeeze box? I don't remember that one. If I was a rich man. Fiddler on the Roof, great musical, but try not to watch it too often because that stuff gets stuck in my head. Way too awesome. YouTube is cutting video quality.
Yep. So basically the article that she linked there says that it's gonna cut its video quality back to standard definition to limit the impact on the internet.
Ah, gotcha. Apparently that article has some words we need to avoid though, so we're not gonna
Yes.
we're not gonna say that. I'm half tempted to say it. I just want to see what happens.
Due to the current situation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mary can attest that you don't want to say it. It was actually Mary's stream that got shut down.
I mean, I get it. I understand. Maybe that's how I'll sign off today. In about 20 minutes, I'm just going to start saying the word. See how long it takes YouTube to shut us down. Nah, not going to do it. Not going to do it. But, you know, see, that's another...
Oh, is it Captain Trips? I thought it was you. I thought you were there. Or were you in Captain Trips?
Wasn't me. Now, speaking of Captain Trips, so there's an interesting thing. So, The Stand by Stephen King. Really hard book to read. I'm not a big fan of Stephen King to start with, but that book in particular, he just went on and on and on. Now, granted, it was a good book. I liked the story. Just it was droning. It was a droning novel of his. But I have heard a lot of people referencing the Captain Trips, which was the illness from that game. Changing it up to modern times using the president's last name instead.
Captain Trumps.
Captain Trumps.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Captain Crunch from now on. We're going to call everything Captain Crunch. So when we're referring to the situation, we're gonna call that Captain Crunch. And Captain Crunch is General Mills is going to be pissed off at me. Probably get a cease and desist letter. Stop calling our cereal the situation. I'm not. I'm calling the situation your cereal. It's a whole different thing. But yeah, I kind of want to test that now. All right, Reaper and Timo need to you good the squeeze box song later.
So what that means in Devante speak is we need to Google Mama's Got a Squeeze Box later.
Well, I'm going to Google it now. Because Mama's Got a Squeeze Box?
Yeah, it's a song apparently.
Mama's Got a Squeeze Box. The Who song? Yeah, so if you Google The Who Squeeze Box.
Oh yeah, okay.
Panels, overlays,
I've heard
banners.
that song.
Let's skip the ad. I'm going to listen to this really quickly, guys. It's only 2.5 minutes long.
Mama's got a squeeze box she wears on her chest. When daddy comes home, he never gets no rest. Cause she's playing all night
Apparently,
and the music's all right.
actually, I didn't attend your stream.
What's that?
Actually, Mary was playing Subnautica last night.
Oh, yeah.
I lurked for a while, and then I actually went to bed.
The TV miniseries was pretty awesome because that had Molly Ringwald in it.
Actually, Galaxy, Squeezebox is not a bad song.
It's not a good song, but it's not a bad song.
Never sleeps at night. Wanna hear some more about it?
Not my favorite Who song for sure.
And the duck can't sleep. There's no escape on music in a whole ass
Twiggy jumping in. I thought the situation with the guy on Jersey.
Oh, so speaking of the sitch, oh God. So Jersey Shore is doing like a reunion. Oh my God.
Oh.
So MTV has decided to just like put yet another nail in the coffin of we're never effing playing music on our channel again. Here, this show was popular 15 years ago. We're going to bank that it's popular again now. That show just needs to die.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore was just straight up trash. Sorry.
It wasn't. It wasn't that it was it wasn't popular because it was good. It was popular because it was a train wreck and people couldn't change the channel.
And that kind of led to our current current values of society of that's what people expect and that's what people want. Unfortunately, now people expect that from real life. They want the train wrecks. They want Jersey Shore was part of the downfall of society.
I agree.
But yeah, the situation is back. Not in a good way. All right, so
We see Big Papa Timo there doing some spectacle maintenance.
yeah, I was doing some spectacle maintenance. So here's the other funny thing. So I have two napkins off to the right there. One is supposed to be my glasses napkin, which I know you're not supposed to use a napkin for your glasses. I know. Don't worry. I have a chamois cloth that's downstairs. My kids keep stealing it. The other one is from last night's spaghetti. Because I was eating a big old bowl of spaghetti while I was trying to get my Facebook streaming back up because my wife made comfort food and I love the spaghetti. And so I go to clean off my glasses and I grab the first of the two napkins and lo and behold, the right lens is now covered in spaghetti sauce.
Nice.
And any of you all who wear glasses know that once you smear something oily on your lens, you're screwed, just straight up screwed. No matter how much you wipe, you're still gonna have some oil streak somewhere. So about 4:30 in the morning last night, when I was finally done streaming, I was ready to go to bed. I went downstairs for, like my last check of the house. Make sure all the doors are closed and locked and everything, make sure all the lights are off, and of course Netflix is still on, the TV's still on, all the lights are still on because my teenage daughters are like that. So I grabbed my little glasses chamois, my ShamWow for my glasses, and lo and behold, one of my tiny humans had used it as a napkin.
Oh no.
So when I went to use what the glasses cloth is actually, it's one of those super fine microfibers that is actually really good at cleaning your glasses.
Yeah.
But it had a little piece of tomato sauce on it. So now I had the oil from the meat sauce on my napkin and an actual chunk of tomato smeared across my lens. And About lost my stuff last night at 4:30 in the morning trying to go to bed, because when I go to bed, what I actually do is I get into bed and I'll read for at least an hour. If I'm lucky, I'll get into bed and I can only read for half an hour before my brain shuts off and I can actually relax enough to go to sleep. But last night got into bed and it took me another hour and a half of reading before I could actually relax enough to go to bed, because I'm sitting there thinking the whole time I can still see that damn streak. And I can still see that damn little chunk of tomato. And I don't know who it was, so I don't know which child to correct. So I corrected them both this morning and told them that this is not, in fact, a napkin. Thank you very much for using a napkin and not the couch, your shirt, whatever else that, at least they were trying. Because my 8-year-old son will use anything but a napkin to wipe his face. As 8-year-old boys will do. My 5-year-old daughter is actually much more fastidious. She always has a napkin, but she forgets that she has it, so she will go get 3 or 4 of them in the course of eating something. Yeah, so that was fun. So I still have a little oil streak right across the top corner above the bridge of the nose. So what I'm actually going to do as soon as I'm done with the stream here is I think I'm actually going to go downstairs, get the Windex, and just hose down the glasses and give them a proper cleaning. It's either that or denatured alcohol.
Charles says he uses a little bit of Dawn. Now, in the Reaper household, every member has glasses of some sort. So I actually keep lens cleaning wipes right inside my front door on a little shelf.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. So, like, if you smudge your glasses out and about in the world, as soon as you get home, you have a way of cleaning them. You always know where it is. That's actually pretty slick. Now, we don't all wear glasses. Myself, my wife, and my second son, Colin, we all wear glasses. So half of us wear glasses. The other half doesn't. But yeah, it's frustrating. So with the Dawn, Charles, what do you do? Do you just little soap and water treatment and do that, or do you actually like dunk your glasses and treat them like a dish?
What I've done with Reed's glasses, because somehow they get ungodly dirty, is I'll take just a little drop of Dawn on my finger and just smear it on the lens and then rinse it off.
Okay. Now, why does that work better for Reed's glasses than like a lens cleaning wipe?
Because
just the sheer volume?
Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes he gets stuff on there like chunks of food. And
well, Reed's a very active boy, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So I can get that he's going to be obnoxiously dirty with his glasses. Just squirt a little on, mix with water, voila. That's not actually how you spell voila, but I definitely read that as voila.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's supposed to be voila. You have to do the French accent with it to voila.
It's actually.
It is very French and it is very snooty. Voila. Alright, so actually I need to... Did I lift that? Yeah, we did. Alright, so let me go around the edge here.
Nope. Mary Lizzie's switching to her phone so she can take care of the litter boxes.
Ew. WYDH faux show.
Yeah.
So it was actually I get it might have been Deavanti that actually posted it, but somebody did a hashtag WYDH in the Mom's Basement stream, and nobody knew what it was, and Burkle, the guy who's the host of Mom's Basement, he's like, I guess that's for Timo. I don't know what that means and everything. He's like, what is hashtag WYDH? And I was like, wash your damn hands. But yes, guys, remember, wash your damn hands. Otherwise, Captain Trips will come for you.
Yep, you'll get
the situation. You will get the Captain Crunches delivered by the situation from Jersey Shore. God, I can't believe they're bringing that back. Jesus.
Oh, we couldn't get that lucky. We couldn't get lucky enough for the Jersey Shore to get Captain Crunch.
I don't wish that on anybody, but yeah, we couldn't be that lucky. There's a couple people that we couldn't get that lucky.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other funny things concerning... I got to touch on a couple things about the situation because it does affect all of us. And if YouTube is getting ready to throttle back to standard definition on everything, I don't have a problem with that, honestly, because I don't watch in 4K. So a lot of these people that are streaming at ultra high definition, if it's burning bandwidth, throttle them back. Bring it back to the Stone Ages of 1080p.
Actually, we're not even at 1080p.
I'm sure they're going, 720 on everything?
480.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's old school right there.
Yeah. They're taking it to standard definition.
Standard definition. Wow. That's so with all the additional traffic and everything else like that, like I said, Facebook was having issues yesterday with the sheer amount of throttling going on. They're opening up new servers and all sorts of other things. But one thing that I want to give massive kudos to on Facebook was, we all know Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO and chairman of Facebook, is ultra rich. He is creme de la creme, like 0.1% of the world's population. So he's got enough money to pretty much do whatever the hell he wants. And while I don't like that there are people that are that rich in this world and there are people that are ultra dirt poor on the opposite side of the spectrum, what this man was capable of doing was getting the director of the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases, the surgeon that is the president's top advisor on Captain Crunch, got him on a Facebook livecast directly with no other people to talk over him or correct him or disagree with him. So if you have the chance, go on Facebook and look that one up, because the Captain Crunch information on that one is pretty pure and unadulterated. And it's nice to see a medical professional being able to speak their mind without someone who has no clue about something interrupting them and correcting them when they're not wrong, and talking over them and all that other fun stuff. Because that's getting back to the whole reason that we have to say things like Captain Crunch and the Sitch and everything, is to curb the spread of misinformation. Certain networking sites have had to curb certain things being said.
Now, according to this article, it does say that users will be able to switch to high definition if they want, but they'll have to choose so rather than the website doing so automatically. Basically the way YouTube works when you pull up a video is it detects the best settings for the platform that you're viewing on. So if you have a good internet connection, you've got good hardware, then it'll automatically play in the highest setting
of 480p.
Well, yeah. That will give you the best quality video. Now, what they're doing now, instead of it doing that, is every video that you pull up from now on will be in 480, and you will have to
toggle it to something better if possible.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. I mean, it's a creative solution to an interesting problem. And honestly, I hate to say it, most people are probably not going to notice. Particularly when you're watching a lot on, like, if you're watching on your phone, like I do most of the time when I'm watching videos, I don't need an HD signal on it, even on a widescreen format. 480 is fine.
Yeah.
Now some of the games I would probably want it to be closer to 720. It's like when I'm watching iTemp do um, an Apex video, I want to see some of the details and everything. But honestly, with a lot of the videos I watch on YouTube, it's background. I'm normally there to listen to the streamer more so than watch. Now, one of the other things, like getting back to the reason that YouTube is doing this, and the reason that Facebook is having server troubles, I was actually watching yesterday. 5 of my personal friends were Facebook living. They were streaming from their apartment or from their house. Now, 2 of them are musically talented, and their streams were actually wonderful. One of my buddies, Vadriel, one of my LARPing buddies, his persona is an elf, but he's very, very musically oriented, and his life has been turned upside down because his main income source is gone. He's a performer, just like me. That we rely on gatherings of people, and in the age of social distancing, you're not allowed to do that. So, how does a performer, a musician, make their living, given the current situation? You go online. So Vadriel was streaming, and it was a beautiful stream, and I wholly support his decision to do this, and I actually sent him some useful tips and tricks on other venues and other platforms and other forms of social media to boost the signal for him. And then my other buddy Argon, he was doing the same thing. He was singing for people so that they had something to do. And then the other 3 people are all not meant to be streaming. Crazy cat lady talking to her cat and her cat talking back. I love you to death. Get off the interwebs. Watch people. Don't stream that stuff. It's no. Vape buddy blowing giant clouds. No. And then, of course, my other guy who was just going off on a rant for 3 hours. Stop clogging the internet. You're screwing up people who are actually trying to provide meaningful content for people, and you're preventing people from actually being entertained with your irrelevant bullshit. Get offline. Sorry, that's my rant on that subject for the day. Not saying that I'm any better. But
yeah, where's this guy with this giant Santa Claus beard? It's like games.
It's not giant. This is actually way toned down, guys. This is way toned down. I'll send you all right, after we get offline, I'm sending you a link to my buddy on Facebook. Another guy from Western Pennsylvania who actually does Santa portrayals in the wintertime. My buddy Brad, he owns a mattress company in Pittsburgh, and he's also a leather worker. This is how I know the guy. He's an amateur leather worker, but every winter this guy, who is our age, has this ginormous, luxurious, brown, full beard, full head of hair and everything. Every year goes to the stylist to have his hair whitened so that he can be a Santa Claus. And he's actually been to, I shit you not, Santa Claus school. I didn't know there was a Santa Claus school.
Wow.
There is a Santa Claus school on how to be, well, the main thing that it teaches you is how not to get in trouble as a Santa Claus. Because when you've got a lot of kids sitting in your lap at the local mall, it teaches you proper ways of interacting with youth and stuff so that you don't do anything inappropriate, which I 100% agree with. excuse me. Teaching people where to never put your hands so that there's never a mistake, that you don't accidentally touch a child in an inappropriate way or make a kid feel uncomfortable. But Santa School also teaches you certain phrases to ignore, or not ignore, but avoid, so that you don't inadvertently upset a child. You don't mention I don't know any of the specifics, but you might not want to talk about mom and dad, because what if the kid sitting in your lap doesn't have a mom or dad? Or, they come from a broken home, and that's a contentious thing. So, it teaches all these different things. So he's been to Santa school, which is really cool, but he lightens his hair. And he spends hundreds of dollars to do this because he's got to have a professional do it in a way that they can make his hair go back to normal when the season's over. But he's got a ginormous Santa beard. This is a piddly little thing compared to his Santa beard. Sorry. That's my Santa rant for the day. Wasn't anticipating a Santa rant, were you guys?
Hashtag rant time.
Hashtag rant time. We got 12 people watching and 8 thumbs ups. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Have to give a shout out to Mr. Scott Bixler in the house.
Oh, we got a Mr. Bixler in the house. How you doing, Scott? Welcome to it, buddy. Welcome to it. Who else we got going on? Nailed it right on cue. What did I miss? Hashtag rant time. You need to go on stream and get a game for free that's on your wish list. Lara Croft.
Yeah, actually right now, Mary found it. I don't know how, because I couldn't even find it searching for the free games, but Lara Croft is free on Steam right now until, I believe, the 30th, Mary, I believe it was. And there's also another one, Lara Croft in the Temple of Osiris, is also free.
Never been a big Tomb Raider fan.
Yes, but free. I'm a fan of free.
Okay, there's a lot of things in life that are free that you just should not get. Like, you can go watch my friend, the crazy cat lady, talk to her cat for 3 hours for free. You don't want to do it. It's not worth it. Trust me, the intelligence just gets sucked right out of your head. And what was even worse, she had like 30 people watching her.
Jeez.
30 people actually took the time not only to watch that, but to stay and watch. Now, see, I blame Jersey Shore on stuff like that. They were waiting for that cat to just straight up eat her face.
Yeah, probably.
They were waiting for the cat to just lose its stuff and be like, all right, I'm finally taking this, you-know-what, out. I will rule the world now. But then, of course, the cat realized that they couldn't open up the cans of food because they don't have thumbs. It's really the only reason cats keep us around. They can't open up cans of food because they don't have thumbs.
Yep. Let's see. Mary said she thought it was the 24th. Okay, I was just taking a guess. So it's free until the 24th.
Now let me ask you a question on that. Do they don't take the games away at that point in time, do they?
No. Once you download, it's just like PlayStation. Once you download it, it's yours.
Okay, got it.
It's
not a free access. It's actually just a free download until that point.
Yep. Galaxy 07 Reaper for getting the Uno. Yes, you're welcome.
So which version of Uno did you guys get?
I gifted him the Ultimate Edition.
Nice. So have you guys been playing Uno online together?
We have not had a chance. He just got his graphics card installed yesterday. I sent him Uno last night. So we have planned on playing today if we can get maybe Mary and somebody else.
Well, doesn't Mr. Bixler play Uno?
I was just going to say, yeah, Mr. Bixler. Davante has it. Now, I will have to warn you guys that Galaxy is self-proclaimed. He is a self-proclaimed competitive Uno player. Oh, Twiggy also has Uno.
Ooh. See, this is where I'm starting to get jealous, guys, because Twiggy's my friend. You guys are going to get to play with my friend more than I can because I don't have all these things on PC.
You have a Steam account.
I do.
And, if you weren't so,
So busy playing my farming sim on Facebook?
Yeah. Then we could probably get you some Uno time.
Well,
I didn't even know.
brother's got to work.
I actually didn't even know that Twiggy had Uno. We'll have to send her an invite.
Yeah, actually, you know what Twiggy has also? Farming
What's
Simulator 19.
that? Oh, does she? Did not know that.
Not only did she get sucked into the whole No Man's Sky universe by us, she got sucked into the Farm Sim 19 universe.
Now, does she have? Is it on PS4 or is it on PC?
Oh, she is a PC.
Oh,
she
so
she is not a console gamer.
Twiggy, you and I have to have a talk. That way, Timo can call us both asses.
I will call you ass. And I'm going to avoid what I was about to say about the other part of that conversation, but I'll be a gentleman for once. So I would never call Twiggy an ass.
Twiggy said PC for life.
PC for life. Damn you, woman. That's it. I'm not coming to visit you for at least 8 to 12 weeks.
Mary also has recently acquired FF19 on PC.
Nice.
I love how I'm corrupting you all.
Now, see, I really can't argue with that either, because, I mean, as long as people are brought to the goodness that is FS19, I care not whether it's console or PC. As long as you all can share in the goodness that is this particular game. Alright, I was trying to get this all as one swipe, but it's just ever so slightly too much, so I'm just gonna...
Trucker Trucker said he has no load, so if you need some help there on the farm, let him know, because he's available for a couple hours.
Appreciate that, buddy. Maybe in a little bit after the stream. Excuse me, because I wouldn't be able to hear you just yet, and that would be frustrating. Check the mods, check to see if you've got everything, because apparently I had one more that I got, because Gabe had trouble logging on.
Twiggy wants to know, back when you were fiddling around trying to get this all in one spot, there was a red spot on the field to your left. She wants to know, why was your field red there? Did you run over a bunny or something?
Yes, groundhog.
A little artifacting.
Or if you actually look on the Discord, one of my friends posted a cute meme that, you know, the kids are fast, harvester's faster. And it has a red smear behind a John Deere harvester. It's kind of like when you see that video of, you know, the Zamboni on the... Alright, I'm doing this on two different sides now. The Zamboni had like a catastrophic hydraulic failure. So there's like what looks like a blood smear behind the Zamboni.
Yeah.
Or if you watch Deadpool, pretty sure he runs over somebody in Deadpool on the Zamboni.
Yep. The slowest chase scene ever.
Yes. Actually, you know, the slowest chase scene was from... oh, shoot. What movie was it? Hot Shots Part 2? Which is the steamroller chase scene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Galaxy said, yeah, I don't think we would do a FS19 stream if Reaper had corrupted us. I'm just glad I can share good games.
This was definitely a good introduction. Now, I know that with me changing platforms and being on Facebook more than anything else, that, you know, we don't do nearly as many collaborative streams as we used to, that the Mid-Lunch Crisis is pretty much the only time we really get together these days. But every time I'm on and I'm on one of these games, I do speak fondly of you and let everybody know that it's all your damn fault that I play these games. that between this and Conan, you definitely have corrupted me in a lot of different ways.
Now
But
I need to get you to play Space Engineers.
you're all good on mods. If you want to jump on Trucker, you're more than welcome to jump on the map and start doing some stuff. When you get on, I'll have to actually put you back in because you missed the beginning of the stream, I think, where they had reverted this to a career mode map and had booted us all off the farm. So you have to rejoin the farm, and I have to make you farm manager again. But yeah, if you want to jump on and start doing some harvesting or some baling or something, you're welcome to it, bro. Just won't be able to chat with you.
Now, Galaxy, are you referring to Timo playing Space Engineers? When you say, "Oh God, no"?
So I'm not familiar with Space Engineers at all. I know you and Devante play together. And Devante was talking about a project of something he was going to build, which was I don't know if it's a secret project, so I don't want to mention it. I'll let Devante spill the beans if he wants to. So what's the deal with Space Engineers? Tell me more.
It's basically like a sandbox space game. It's not so much exploration as it is resource gathering and building. But within the building, it's a lot more intricate. So say, for example, I'm building a mining spaceship right now, and certain things in the ship, like my mining heads, have to be connected to a storage container, or else you won't be able to keep the things that you mine.
Mm-hmm.
The ship has to have power. You have to like the ship that I'm building, you have excuse me. You have different engines for different like you have atmospheric thrusters that work while you're obviously in an atmosphere, but those don't work in space. So you have to have another type of engine to work in space, which early in game is called a hydrogen thruster. But in order to use the hydrogen thrusters, you have to have a hydrogen generator on your ship along with a storage tank, and all that has to be plumbed to get hydrogen to your engines.
Mm-hmm.
But it also has to be plumbed into your storage tank so you can hold more. And so you can, if you pick up ice, because that's how you make oxygen and hydrogen, is from ice. If you pick up ice while you're mining, then that can go from your storage tank to your generator and stuff like that. And then once you get it built, you have to program certain things to work the way you want. And basically, when I say program, it's not like you're going in and coding it, but you have a hot bar that you have to put certain things in. You have to set them to do certain actions, like you have to put your landing gear down in your hot bar, and you have to set them to switch on and off. So when you hit a button, you can release your landing gear so you can fly.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that. It's a very detailed builder, is what it is.
Okay.
And you have a refiner. So you go out and you mine for resources. It's like iron, cobalt, nickel, stuff like that. You put that in your refiner to get bars, and then as long as your assembler is connected to the same grid as your refiner, then you can use your assembler to make parts that you need to build buildings and spaceships and stuff like that, weapons.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I think you would really enjoy it.
Sounds
It's
interesting.
it's a very it's very basically if you can think it, you can build it.
If you build it, he will come.
Yeah, pretty much.
I meant that in a dirty way, but
Yeah, it's definitely
Woo. All right, so the Case Autonomous, when you open up this windrower or you're moving this windrower, it loves to get squirrely.
yeah.
Loves to get squirrely. All right, so we got a tragic trucker on the server.
Davante said servers ran for 18 hours with no hiccups. That's awesome. So basically, there was a mix-up with Steam yesterday. Galaxy, what is that you're talking about there? Galaxy sent me a message of an extremely long download time on his PlayStation.
Is he pulling a Jenny?
Yeah, pretty much. So when Davante logged into his Steam account yesterday, there were dedicated servers in his library.
What?
Yeah. Now on Steam, if you want a dedicated server, you have to buy it.
Yeah.
One of those was a dedicated server for space engineers.
Really?
So basically, the way space engineers works, it's just like a local hosted co-op. So the game that Davante and I were recently playing, I was hosting. But as you know, with Farming Simulator, if the host isn't on, you can't get on that map.
Yeah.
Dedicated servers
solve that problem. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're live all the time. So somehow Davante ended up getting a dedicated server for space engineers. And he was testing it out yesterday. So that's why he said it's run for 18 hours with no hiccups.
Nice, nice.
And you know, another thing they have on PC, they have dedicated Farming Simulator servers.
Yes, they do. And actually, we were looking into that the other day because we were trying to find dedicated PS4 servers, which they don't exist for Farming Simulator 19. The only way to do a dedicated server on FS19 is to have another console with Farming Simulator 19 that is online 24 hours a day. That is the host box for that. Excuse me. So unfortunately, you can't really do that with FS19 on console, but you can do it on PC, which is super cool for you guys. Doesn't do diddly squat for moi. Doesn't really help me out. Oh, Trucker's being a trucker. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Trucker just jumped right in a truck and he's doing the corn thing. Good job, buddy. Good job. Now, what I actually need to do is grab one of these Schnuffleupiges trucks, because I need to actually pick up some grass. That's what I'm working on over here. I got free dedicated server for Ark and Empyrean and the Forest from Steam. Oh, no co-op game in my wish list. I think we could have fun with Reaper. It's called Generation Zero.
Generation Zero.
You can build almost anything from walkers to cars to jets, space stations. Now here's where I run into a minor issue with a game like Space Engineers. I hate to say it, but I really don't have time for another time suck. And that's what that game sounds like to me. I would probably spend 12, 14 hours at a shot building something. Um, Now, let me ask you the other question. So, if you want to build something, you need all these resources and everything, but did you say that it's not very resource heavy?
No, the only thing, it took me a while to find them because I had accidentally clicked a button to turn off my um, the tags for the resource places.
Mm-hmm.
Once I turned them back on, they were actually fairly close to my base. The only thing you can't get on planet is platinum and uranium. Those two things you're going to have to build a space miner and go into space and get them. But as far as resources on planet, once I figured out what I was doing wrong, they're actually pretty abundant.
Gotcha.
And that was completely my fault. It was, uh, there are some tutorial videos on YouTube. The creators of the game have unlisted videos
Mm-hmm.
that you can access through the game. But really, I didn't want to sit there and watch them all.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
So it was my fault. But yes, Space Engineers is a time suck, just like Farming Simulator. How many times have you sat here and played Farming Simulator all day long?
Oh, plenty. Plenty.
Yeah. And
Yesterday is a prime example. I spent all day yesterday working on this farm, and then streaming with my buddies until he got sick. And then even while I was trying to stream and I couldn't stream because Facebook servers were down, I was still playing.
And Space Engineers is the same way. It's a game that you're going to start, and you're going to say, I've decided I want to build, like Deavante said, I want to build a walker. Well, now you're going to spend the next 14 hours building a walker, then making it work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to go, well, shit, I had stuff I had to do.
Thank you, Trucker.
But that's, to be honest, in video games, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. But I don't really have like I said, I don't have time for another time suck, because if I did that, then I wouldn't be investing. I'm investing a lot of time into FS19, mainly now, not even so much for the fun of it, but for the streaming aspect of it. And this also leads to why I've made a very dramatic shift in platform off of here on YouTube to Facebook. Not that I don't appreciate our community and everything else like that, but I've never hidden the fact that I wanted to use streaming as a potential for income. That is there, and that's something that, while it's not my primary concern, or it was not my primary concern before, has actually become a much more important concern given the current situation. That the ability to generate income through streaming is relatively important, and the platform of Facebook over YouTube, it's easier to make money over there. It's not as prohibitive from a streaming aspect. Now, I could probably get monetized pretty quickly on YouTube if I wasn't a streamer. If I was doing static videos and I was following all of the helpful ways that many a YouTuber have said to go about getting your followers, getting your monetization faster and everything. But I don't want to do top 10 videos of crap. You know, that was one of the things that I never wanted to do. That I wanted to stream content that I like. So I really can't afford a time suck if it takes away from what I'm currently doing. Um, and I hate to say it, I don't see space engineers being a successful streaming title.
You know, I have to add a couple things there, or I have to say a couple things about that. First thing is, I remember the about Farming Simulator, and also I feel bad for you, Timo. I feel bad that at this point you feel like you have to avoid good games because I don't know how to put it. I think you're missing out.
No, and we, you know, I see where you're coming from on this, because we've had this conversation that the whole point of streaming was that you do things that you love, and you do, you know, you stream games that you enjoy, and you don't, you know, I'm not only playing Farming Simulator 19 because that's the financial powerhouse, but what I'm saying is, because it's not. We've had this. We've had this that, you know, we're like, oh, Farming Simulator 19. That's not going to be a popular game. Surprisingly enough, as we found out very quickly, it is. You know, there are people that watch Farming Simulator like crazy. Now, I could be wrong about Space Engineers. That, you know, maybe if Big Poppa Timo and Fear the Reaper started streaming Space Engineers, that it would be popular and we draw a lot of people. But when you and Davante actually started talking about the game, I didn't research the game itself. I researched the title from a streamer's aspect. Nobody streams it.
Right.
But
You know,
and where I was getting to is that, you know, a game like that I'm sure it's a wonderful game, and I'm sure I would actually play it for 18 hours straight. That's the problem right there. I don't have that much time suck time.
And what I was getting at is I think I feel bad that you're I don't exactly know how to say this, but basically, I feel bad that you're making the decision of what game you play based on viewership, and that's kind of, if you go back a couple months, that was something that you and I discussed and wanted to avoid.
Specifically wanted to avoid. Yeah, I mean, we specifically did. Otherwise, we wouldn't have started streaming No Man's Sky. Because, you know, we all know that No Man's Sky is a very niche market game. And I still wholeheartedly agree with that. Now, here's the big difference. I love Farming Simulator 19. I love playing this game. I could play this game for hours and no problem, and it fits into a popularity category as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds at the moment, or at least it's the best that I can do. Now, I would like to play games that I just enjoy and I don't have to think about those things. But honestly, if we're gonna go that route, might as well just get that gaming PC and go back to playing EVE Online, and wow.
Well,
That's really where I came from. You want to talk about time sucks and games that I love? There's two of them. The reason I don't play them is because I don't have the ability with the potato over there.
Yeah.
That's really the big thing. All right, why is this not? There we go. Let's go ahead and unload this here. Sorry, unloading some grass to turn into some silage. Need to make sure that I continue to move my trailer forward a little bit. Otherwise, I'd leave a ginormous pile in one spot. That's not the kind of
See,
dump we want to take right now.
and I think, and I'm sure it hurts me as a streamer, but I'm not dedicated to one game. I love Farming Simulator. I played Farming Simulator for years. Um, I like Conan, but I also like variety. So today it's Space Engineers. Tomorrow
Beffel's
it may
jumping in
be,
with a love me.
yes, you know I do. I love me some Beffels. Um, but yeah, I also like I can't play the same game. So like I said, today it's Space Engineers. I may go check out this Generation Zero that Mary's talking about and may like it and decide to play it nonstop for 18 hours. Who knows? But I like gaming and I refuse to fall into that streaming a game because other people want to see it.
I gotcha. I gotcha. And I can understand that, and I definitely admire that. Unfortunately for me, my situation has changed dramatically,
Yeah.
as a lot of ours has. You know, it's not just me that's going through a lot of changes in the world right now, but I have to make certain considerations. Now, the other thing that's different is what I get out, what I personally get out of streaming. I mean, if I just wanted to play time suck games and do it for my own benefit, that's great. I don't need to be online to do it. But one of the other aspects of streaming is the social interaction aspect of it. And now, you know, like every time we do a mid-lunch crisis, we currently have 11 people watching, and that's a pretty common number for us because we have a lot of the same people that are constantly interacting with us, and I love every one of you all. Don't get me wrong. Please don't take this the wrong way in any way, shape, or form. You guys are absolutely amazing. But there are times when we're doing a mid-lunch crisis when we have 3 people watch it. And the social interaction there is awesome as well, and I love interacting with the people that do watch stuff on YouTube. But YouTube is not really a platform for live streamers. While it does make it possible, it's not the most engaging aspect of the videos. Most people I know go to YouTube for static videos and pre-recorded videos and stuff like that. While there are a few of us that stream here, there aren't that many. Now, granted, that gives me more competition over on Facebook. But one of the things that does happen is if I stream just a random stream of Farming Simulator 19 on YouTube, or if I do a random stream of No Man's Sky on YouTube, I will probably get 3 or 4 of you to come in here and talk to me. And I like I said, I love you guys for that. If I do that on Facebook, though, I get 20 people jumping in there. It's just easier to find it, and people are looking for more live streamers on that particular platform. So I get the social feedback, not in a better way, but in larger quantities. I guess that's my huge benefit of changing platforms right now. So aside from the increased financials, larger volumes of social interaction. So it's interesting. It's a weird thing, and I hate to say it, but I always think of things as a business. I always have. I mean, you know me. I'm a small business owner. That I run my own business. That doesn't exist right now. The situation has killed my business with no hopes of recovery. I can't survive a 10-week shutdown. It's almost impossible. Now, can I shutter my doors and come back later? Yeah, that is possible. And that's actually where I'm leaning. But in the meantime, gotta do something for putting food on the table. Luckily, with streaming, I can actually do something I enjoy, which is what I was doing with the leatherworking. You know, I was doing something that I enjoyed, was making some money. And streaming is a possibility for that. Now, granted, it might fail miserably, and I might be the worst streamer ever. But we'll see. We'll see. Hashtag rant time.
Yeah, again.
Again. I need that as a shirt.
Yeah.
Although then people would probably ask me what I'm ranting about, and I'd go into a rant about what my rants are about.
Hashtag rant inception.
Rantception. Ooh, there's a good one. Rantception. Helper D has a full grain tank.
Oh no.
Where's my slacker trucker that's supposed to be emptying those?
He's slacking.
I mean, I have an actual trucker. He's got trucker in his name.
Mary Box says, Mary
Box.
Mary Lizzie says litter boxes are done. Hashtag wash your damn hands.
Mary Box. That's your new nickname, Mary Box. She has a Mary Box. Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun. Hey, yeah, YouTube, if we can't say the things about the situation, can we talk about Mary's Box? I guess we could, but well, I mean, we're not marked as mature, but we're not marked as 13 and below. We're marked as 13 and over. Scott Pixler with the laughing. That's right. Don't forget, guys, for $50 a month on OnlyFans.com, you too can get the shower scene for Mary.
Patreon.
The Patreon?
Yep.
That's right. You are a platinum level patron or something, aren't you?
Yes, I am a Patreon supporter of Mary Lizzie, and I still have to say, Mary, you need to tell Husbeast that it's not his shower cam, it's yours.
Wow. Lathering up the husbeast, are we?
Yeah, he's kind of hairy.
Well, you know, Harry Husbeast needs some extra showers, so that would explain why he's using it more than she is. Beffels, what do you owe mine for? You're next. Beffels Cam 2020.
Beffels cam. Trucker's complaining because he had to empty both the trailers.
You have 2 harvesters harvesting corn over there. You want me to make it really difficult? I'll get these 3 harvesters over here and put them on the opposite side of the map. It's like it's a tragedy that you're a trucker. Tragic. Tragic. Get to work. Now, one of the other fun things about YouTube, I know Galaxy Void's real name, and I know Tragic Trucker's real name. I already knew Twiggy's real name. And I already knew Reaper's real name. But that is one of the goofy things about Facebook, where everybody's real name pops up. That's payback for when they took away my Timorn. Because the account that I use on Facebook used to be my LARPy nerd one, where it was Timorn Darkwater, my LARP persona. And when they made me start using my real name on this account, I actually lost like 400 friends. I had like 2,500 friends on my friends list, and when they outed me as a Stephen Foster, I was posting on some of the LARP pages, and everybody's like, "Who's this asshole?" Not realizing that it was, you know, me, the elder statesman of the LARPing community. And actually someone who normally knew what they were talking about, because it was about the armor discussions in particular, which I helped write a lot of the armor rules for the game that I play. And yeah, it's pretty funny how that it outs you. So, you know, you can find out what Big Papa Timo's real name is if you if you get on the Facebooks. I never would have pictured Tragic Trucker as a Tony.
Yeah.
Doesn't strike me as a Tony.
Beffels is asking if you know what her real name.
No, not off the top of my head, Beffels.
I do.
Have you been following me on the Book of Faces? Been paying attention? Are you jumping into my streams and chatting and not telling me that you're the Beffels? I do know that you are Beffels, Angel of Chaos, Rider of Gods.
Yeah.
Does it have to be anything other than that? You know, Angel of Chaos pretty much covers it. There you go. And actually, Deavante, I know Deavante's real name too now. That was the surprise, and then being friends with Deavante on Facebook. Deavante does not look like I thought he would look like. That was another. I'm like, okay.
So, Beffels has given me permission to tell you her name.
Okay.
Her name is Bethany.
Bethany?
Yep.
Not Bethany, but Bethany?
Yep, it's Bethany now.
Bethany now? I think this is going to totally screw up what I was doing because it's going to put both of these together. But that's what I'm trying to do. Screw things up for myself. Actually, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually windrowing the grass and the straw off of the map so that I don't inadvertently pick a little bit of it up. I want it where I can see it all, not hiding in the grass over here. And then what I'll probably actually do is shoot it back onto the grass and replow over this and plant new grass.
Hey.
That's one way of making sure you don't accidentally pick this crap up, because it wreaks havoc on the Snuffleupagus when you do that, when you accidentally pick up little bits and bobs. And I'm actually going to do that over here too.
I feel like there's construction going on in my house.
Are the boys fighting again?
One of them is. I'm not sure who the victim is.
Alright, I'm going to start replanting the corn over here.
No, I take that back.
The girls?
It is child and rent a child. Okay, so yeah, it was.
I do like that you've acquired a rent-a-child for an extended period of time. That is quite humorous. So in situations like these, when you know you got to be stuck someplace, you might as well be stuck with your best friend.
Yeah, that's pretty much their philosophy on it.
I hate to, I like that. I mean, I wouldn't like having to feed another teenage girl. Because I really do feel your pain, bro. I know how painful that can be.
Mary said, I thought Rent-A-Child was going home on Monday. Apparently that is not the case. Apparently, Rent-A-Child is going home for a couple hours on Thursday because it is her mother's birthday. But then she's coming right back.
Now, is she going home in a hazmat suit?
I don't know.
Do you have a hazmat suit?
I don't.
Then the answer is probably no.
Let's see. Mary forgot to grab the chair she uses for the litter box. Attic. Galaxy said he's gonna bust out the face cam one day.
Ooh.
I have a face cam. I just don't use it because face for radio. If I turned on my face cam, my 3 viewers would leave.
Pretty sure your 3 viewers already know what you look like. Unless you're using a fake picture on Discord.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I forgot I put that on there.
So we know what the big old ham face looks like. No worries, no worries. That was actually, and that's actually another interesting thing. Since we were talking about privacy earlier, that was like the last bastion I had, and I resisted doing the face cam as long as I could until actually put it out there to the viewers one night, and Deavante was one of the ones that voted for it because he wanted the beard cam. Yeah, obviously because he named it beard cam.
Beard time with Timo.
Beard time with Timo. So we have the beard cam, and I always thought that with the face made for radio as well, nobody would ever really want to see that, but it was one of those things that the people watching wanted a face to put the voice to, and I had to kind of respect what the people that I was trying to entertain wanted. So I finally broke down and did beard cam. Now I actually thought about doing a slightly different version of it where I was going to get the camera really close and just the beard. But then I realized it'd be very uncomfortable wearing a little prosthetic device off of my chin that kept the camera right there. And I figured maybe Zane would sue me because the beard wars are strong between the two of us. All sorts of fun.
Galaxy said he wouldn't talk to Santa Claus.
What?
Referring to the beard.
Oh, okay.
Mary said that means another trip up and down the basement stairs. Then she's got to carry it up a flight and a half to the loft or the attic. However, Husbeast has been on calls all day, not when sure he'll be done. Not sure when he'll be done.
Wait, I'm pretty sure that kept shooting that right into the digestates thing. I want to see something real quick. I might be able to just put grass directly in here.
You can.
Is it like a horrible ratio?
I don't know. Because normally I turn it into silage. At least up until FS19, silage has been the best bang for your buck.
Gotcha. I'm still gonna do silage. Still gonna do silage. Because this all means I have to get a silage roller as well, or a silage spreader. And I have a spreader mod in there that I want to use.
Ooh.
It's just a little swirly thing that goes on the front of a device so it levels everything out. And instead of using the tires to compact, it's kind of like a tedder. It smooths everything out. Like I could actually run through this with a tedder and it would level this pile fairly well too.
Mm-hmm.
It just wouldn't do any of the compaction. So we'll have to check that device out in the near future too. Alright guys, well I just looked down at the clock and we are going on 2 p.m. What else we got going on? Do we have anybody else going live that we know of? Reaper?
Let me see who's live. Mary, do you think Husbeast is going to allow you to stream? I know she's not quite set up for it yet.
Mary is always our first choice of people to send people to. Streamers supporting other streamers.
Wait and see if Mary's gonna answer here.
Roast beef calls was in reference to my usual Wednesday stream.
Yeah, that's what I was at.
Oh, gotcha. You were
Yeah.
expanding upon that.
He has had 2.5 call. He has a 2.5 hour call. So okay. So Mary is not streaming. So our next to go to is usually Ballisticola, and he is in fact live.
Oh, Cola's still live doing The Last of Us.
Cola is playing No Man's Sky.
Oh, he's back to No Man's Sky. Is he in a space station?
He's in a space station.
Son of a biscuit.
He is currently finding the best hyperdrive.
Oh, he's been doing that for 4 months. You'd figure he would have found it by now. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to dump off into Ballisticola here. So,
I've got it.
Excuse me. If you all would be so kind when you do get over there to go ahead and drop a hashtag lunch raid and then a hashtag get the hell out of the station, you wanker. Or a get knackered. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, get knackered.
Get knackered. But yeah, give him hell for being in the space station if you guys go over and watch Ballisticola.
And I actually spelled his name wrong. It's not Ballista.
It's ballistic.
Ballista.
Yeah, ballistic Ola. So please stop by over there. Thank you guys for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I love every one of you. 13 people actually watching right now. 9 thumbs up. Awesome. Reaper, you got anything else before we go, buddy?
You know the usual. If you don't know who I am, I'm Reaper. Go check out my channel.
Drop a link.
Drop a link. I'm working on it. I seem to have messed up my
Link list.
Yeah, lost my link list. Messed up my screen here. See if commands work.
Yeah, it does.
There we go. Yep. So there's my channel. Go check it out. I don't know when my next stream will be. Bethel says I can stream and teach you how to play Farming Simulator.
With alcohol?
Apparently with alcohol, because she has alcohol.
Nice.
We'll talk about that.
What?
Yep,
Farming Simulator and alcohol?
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're not talking about that with Galaxy.
Nope. Galaxy says, "Wash your damn hands."
Wash your damn hands. Yeah. Definitely want to tell everybody, hey, be careful out there. Take it one day at a time. Avoid this situation on MTV. Avoid the situation in the real world. Don't get the Captain Crunch. And step 1 of not getting Captain Crunch is to wash your damn hands. Also, if you guys need anything, find us on Discord. Give us a shout out. Yeah, we'll do whatever we can for you if you don't see us around.
So, Discord, we have... Let's see if I can remember the commands.
No, mine is just Discord.
Yep, that's right. I was thinking mine.
He was doing his own.
Yeah. Doing my commands.
There you go. There's Discord for me. I'm pretty sure yours is Reaper Discord.
Yep, there it is. One more.
Uno más. Bam! Check out Mary Lizzie. Definitely check out Mary Lizzie. We love the Mary Lizzie. Mary, hopefully your hands feel better, hon. And hopefully the litter boxes didn't wreck your hands as bad as the game did. It is a shame that Subnautica is as bad for your hands as it is. Be careful. Anything else, buddy?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, cool. Everybody, head on over to Ballistical, and until next time, guys, plow your own damn fields.